Welcome back to Next Chapter. I'm Marty and this is Jaden. We just finished up day 2 at Dragonsteel Nexus 2024.
It's been another bang. It's been so exciting. A lot more panels today. We'll talk a lot about what we did all day long, but another massive epic day at Dragonsteel.
Yeah, to start off, kind of go through our day of like everything that we went through, the panels that we went to, the things that you do at Dragonsteel. First off, we had to do a quick correction with the binder.
Yes.
We talked a little bit about the binders. Jaden had this hilarious thing happen with his binder.
My binder, I opened it up, I was all excited. I opened my cards, I was starting to put them in, and the first page was completely sealed. There were no slots for cards at all. It was just a sealed page. So I was very frustrated. I got to watch Marty put all of his cards in, one by one, and not get to do anything. So today, this morning, first thing we did, we went over to the Dragonsteel store, and they were so great. There was like, here's a replacement immediately. They were so good about it. We also took the opportunity to do a little shopping.
Yes, this is not open yet, but this is a Dragonsteel sweatshirt. Super cool.
You'll
fit
see
really
that on
well.
the podcast at some point.
That will be tomorrow. I will be wearing that. And then, did you grab anything else from the store this time?
I didn't. I just got the sweatshirt as well. I did. I have a couple stickers, and I have my Skybreaker patch as well.
Oh yes, so
a lot of good stuff.
Pretty awesome. But from there, there's other cool things too actually. So there's the Mistborn deck building game. This was a new thing that wasn't out there yesterday, and it was available for purchase. From what I understand, it was mainly Kickstarter before today.
The first time I think people had it offered was on a Kickstarter as an add-on to another game, the RPG that was being built, but they sold it on its own at Dragonsteel, so people had the opportunity to buy it.
Yeah, almost bought that one, and
We were
then
this
by the
close.
time I decided, I'm like, maybe I should go and do it. Already gone. It sold out so fast. I swear, as soon as I was in there, people were looking at it and grabbing copies, putting them in their bag, putting 2 in their bag. Like, they were just excited about this. It looks like a great game. Heard it's a lot like Dominion if you play games, and so it's a deck building.
It should be fun. We'll play it at some point. I know some friends. We have some friends who have it, so we might have to bring that onto the channel at some point.
Yep. But the big attraction that has been at this event, besides all the panels, the book release and such, we talked about it a little bit yesterday, is the Worldhopper passport. As you can see behind us, there's a lot of people at tables, and what's going on is these people are collecting the cards.
Yes.
And the way that they get to the cards and they're trading the cards is by filling out this Worldhopper passport. And so today we spent a lot of our time getting more stamps.
Filling up the stamps, filling the
Yes.
books.
To
We're
get
really
the books
close,
filled.
right? We only have 2, I think, left. Do we need to get stamped?
Yes.
Hopefully
very
tomorrow
close.
we'll finish that up.
And then as it's getting filled up, we'll give you a little update on what these are starting to look like. You've got more complete stories here. Just starting to see the pictures fill. It's starting to look quite awesome here.
I know, we'll have quite the update once that's totally finished.
So
We're working on it. We're working on it for you guys. You can see what it looks like. There will be some cool stories we'll get to read through as well. It'll be a good time overall.
Again, all stories are in canon. Like
Yes,
they're
they are
canon.
official stories. Some written by Brandon Sanderson with others. It's cool.
Dan Wells, Isaac Stewart, absolutely incredible. So that's been really neat.
We also, as we were collecting stamps, got a chance to see a lot of vendors and exhibitors. We got to see a lot of cool books that we're potentially adding to our book list. So if you're an exhibitor here, definitely reach out. We've got a lot on the list now. There's a lot of cool things. One of which, Robert Lyon was here.
Howard
Lyon. Oh, I got a lot of people we've met today. So sorry. Howard Lyon was here, and we got that signed. So as you can see on our Trust books, we have the signature now. Very exciting.
Yes. He sold it.
Thank you.
He
thank
signed
you.
it in gold marker for
It
me.
looks so good.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
I was kind of debating, like, man, maybe I should have gotten like on top of this book because it's not a sleeve. Like,
I'm sure a lot of people did.
Oh man, I might have to go back and get a double signature. Is that weird? Let me know in the comments if that's weird to get a signature
So
on top
thank you
too.
to Howard Lyon for making that available to everyone at Dragonsteel, and it's just amazing. You can get that for free. Like, you bring your own book and get it signed. It's just a great place to be.
But today was a big day because it was our first panel.
Yes,
that
we
were
did
able to
it.
do.
Panel number 1, Cosmere 101 is what it was called. We recorded the whole thing. We won't be releasing that for about a month, so stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to check that out.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome though. Like the experience, everyone. We had a full room. It felt like.
Yeah, that's close to 1,500 people with
Which-
that room full.
It was crazy. It was really crazy. Everyone was super receptive and it was exciting.
People were so nice.
Yeah.
It was the best experience, the best fan base. It's awesome.
Yeah, and we had Jack Super Toast there.
Yep. He was our co-panel, so there were 3 of us.
Yes, and he actually announced today that he is Adolin at the Worldhopper Ball.
Yeah.
Absolutely cool.
Making
So he
big
actually
moves.
had to leave that the panel a little bit early to go get set up to be Adolin Colin.
So we
and
handled the
present.
Q&A, just the two of us.
Just the two of us, and it was great. And
it was a good
not
time.
only was it awesome, but we got to meet a lot of really cool people afterwards who came up and talked with us, and we took pictures with them, and they, honestly, coolest people ever. This is my favorite thing about Dragonsteel. It blew me away. It wasn't all the cool panels to go to. The book was pretty awesome. I can't
yeah.
get it.
Wind and truth,
Wind and
man.
truth. But getting to meet the people in person, everyone is just from all over the place. I don't know if I met anyone from, like, hardly anyone from the state. Everyone was from out of the country,
We're all
across
such big
the United
fans of the
States.
same thing. It's just so fun that we all connect with such different backgrounds on the same fan base.
It was so cool. So keep coming up and saying hi if you haven't yet.
Oh,
We've
it's been so
absolutely
great.
loved it. Absolutely loved it. And we want to get pictures with you. We're gonna throw a compilation on the
It'll be
video
fun.
in the future.
We'll have a
so.
full recap video where we'll talk through a lot of those meetups.
And
It's
throw
been a
all
really
those
good
pictures
time.
at the end for you guys, so maybe you can get your face on there. So it'd be great. But after the panel, we got to go to one of the panels I was looking forward to most, which was the panel, which was Michael Kramer and Kate Redding doing a live reading.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it was over Zoom, and so we didn't get to do it like
I'm
in person.
surprised they didn't come.
I know.
That actually surprised me a lot, that they weren't in person. Like, they're such a key element to the fan base now with Stormlight, especially with Book 5. But
Those
hey,
guys are celebrities.
they
now.
are celebrities. I'm sure they had a lot of good reasons to not be here, but I was like, man, it would have been great.
I will say, though, I was surprised that the experience was still incredible.
It was.
I was sitting there in the back. They read.
The technical team killed it, I guess.
They did, and they were reading a chapter from the Wind and Truth, and I was literally on the edge of my seat, just enthralled by the moment. Like, I was just eating it up. It was so good.
We were having a good time.
If that guy could come to my house and read to me every night, I'd be a very happy guy.
A little bit too celebrity for that, maybe.
I know, but it was just good. The very soothing voices, and you can tell from the passion that they had in that panel of how much they enjoy this.
Yeah.
And they had great
They've done
questions
it
at
for
the
so
end.
long too.
Yes.
Like all the Stormlight books, that's been a really long time that they've been actively involved in this.
Oh yeah, and they had some awesome questions too at the end. People were asking how long it takes them to prepare for these things, and they said a well-written book that they're experienced in and things like that. Something like a Stormlight Archive book probably takes them about 2 hours for every 1 hour that they're recording.
So you think these books are about 60 hours long? It's 120 hours of work, and they said they spend maybe 4 or 5 hours in the booth each day. So if you do that, that's an entire 30 days, so what, a month and a half of work days?
Oh, yeah.
That's a long time. Just be dedicated to every single day, the same book. You can only do a few books a year, and you're working hard to get that done.
The other thing that I noticed too is that these people are actors, and it makes sense now. Like, you kind of look at it like they're actors with their voice and everything, but they are very much, especially Kate Redding, reading. I don't know if you're reading. Depends on if you read it or if you're reading it.
Nice.
But she is very emotional with it, and she moves with her body and her hands and the way that she thinks about scenes. She even talked about looking at scenes and we come in like, okay, I feel like this, angry or whatever, and then that's how it gives me the voice. But it was incredible. Definitely my favorite panel so far.
It's an art form that they are very, very good at.
Yeah, absolutely.
We came down from there, and actually you might be able to see kind of behind us, there's a room called, what is it? Detritus? I don't know if I'm saying that.
Detritus?
Anyway, it's the game room section, and it's really fun because it's not only can you play all the games that they have there, check out hundreds of games you can play, learn new games. They have the Mistborn deck building game out there.
You can learn that game there.
A good friend of ours, Hayden, was showing us a demo version of a future release game that we were really excited to play.
It was a lot of fun. So check out, again, we had Hayden Dilly on our podcast before. He's got awesome games that he releases, so check it out.
Some fun things coming in the pipeline.
We actually had a blast with that.
It was a good game.
Yeah. I should also mention that they also had the Stormlight RPG going on as well
I
in the
didn't see
background.
that one.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So
That's
people
cool.
could play it, demo it, and things like that too. So
It's a good area, but they have a craft room. We were briefly in there. We got to participate in some of the art that they were building. There's just a lot of
I'd never done the
opportunity
little
to do
gem
stuff.
art before.
Yeah, it's fun.
So fitting for like Stormlight world and everything. We just take
Perfectly
these little-
relaxing for a day of like a little bit of stress. So that was really fun. We enjoyed that a lot.
It was pretty awesome. The last things that we went to were the book collecting panel, the Mistborn Era 3 Ghostbloods theorizing panel. Both of those were really cool. We really enjoyed the book collecting one.
I wish I knew more about that. It's just incredible that not only how much money goes into this kind of thing, but just the stuff that they have, the collections that these guys have, it blows my mind. They know so much about it, but they've also put some serious time and effort into finding these books. It's really cool.
Yeah, so cool. I think the last thing that we had today was, first of all, some random person walked by and gave us some Hoyd was here stickers.
I'm pretty pumped about that, actually.
Contains 100% pure nonsense. Really, really cool. These stickers are awesome.
We're supposed to share where we left the sticker, but specifically says no vandalism. So
Yep. So
it's gonna be more difficult now.
Yeah, I know.
But it's so cool to me. I think just in conclusion, how many different things that they have available to these fans. It is so crowded, but they have space for everyone. There's something to do here for everybody, for every type of fan. If you're getting tired, there's a place for you to sit. If you're
They literally have space for everyone.
everywhere.
Literally a quiet room for
We
people
spent
to
some
go
time in there
Yeah,
prepping for the panel.
We did. We were like, okay, go through our notes, but it is like dead quiet in there. But people are reading the book and everything.
Yeah, it's exciting.
And I do want to say I was blown away. I thought I would see a lot more people reading the book since the release.
Yeah.
I think that the trading cards have been such a huge hit that that's all you see. Everyone is always trading cards, trying to get the complete set and
All
stories.
day long.
It is so fun though. So fun.
Yeah.
So
they really hit it out of the park with the trading cards. Like they got both of us. They got everyone behind us. Like they're really doing a good job with those cards.
Yeah,
I think
totally.
they're going to continue to advance it and make it even better as time goes on. So we're
They've
pretty
gotta.
excited about that.
They've gotta. So I think that's about it. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
I think just really hitting home that we talked about this a couple of months ago and now we're finally here, right? So obviously, for those of you who've been with us this whole time, thank you so much. For the people that are new watching the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We really appreciate having you along the journey. We're loving sharing this stuff. But a huge shout out to Dragonsteel as we wrap this up, just saying all the work and all the effort for a relatively small team to go into putting on this massive convention for 8,000 people that everyone loves and everyone feels like is done so professionally well. I think that I can't shout that out enough. So I'm going to keep doing it. It's amazing.
Well, Dragonsteel and Brandon Sanderson and the whole team always blows me away with how much of a business they are. Like they have turned this. When I say that too, I mean that they're professional.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. It seems like they've done this a million times.
They respect the fan base tremendously. Like they know that this is really what brings that value to the brand, to the group in general, and I think that they do such a good job of respecting
Very well
that.
put together and very thought out. It's
Yep.
just, I love it.
And
huge,
we're pumped.
huge experience.
We're pumped for
Great
day
experience.
3 coming up. There's some really exciting things we're planning on doing. We've got some interesting plans in the works, so hopefully you guys stay tuned for tomorrow's recap video, which will come out. Again, subscribe if you haven't already, because that's how you see those videos.
And watch for the live streams as well.
Yes, that's one of the things we're doing tomorrow. It's a lot more live streams on the channel. So I think that only alerts subscribers. So if you want to be included, you want to participate in Dragonsteel tomorrow, see those live streams and subscribe to the channel. So thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next chapter.